Folks, welcome back. So XY is moving. Should I do my big surprise face now? Right? I told you about it. I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers already told you about it. I've been talking about it in videos and live streams for the past couple months now. Me and Eli at Pokemart USA covered it in one of our weekly live streams ever since they released that trailer of the whole Pokemon Legends thing, and they hinted at the fact they might bring back Mega Evolutions, and the last time we had Mega Evolutions was in XY, and there's EXs in this era the same way there were EXs in XY. It wasn't too hard to put two and two together. And now that the alt art play is starting to fizzle out, and the trainer gallery play is starting to level out, the money's moving. And sure, we've already talked about it. Some of that money is definitely going to Scarlet and Violet. We've seen massive upticks on a lot of the sealed and singles there. But where do you think some of that money's going to go? It's going to go back to XY. People are going to make that speculation. No, it's not buyout. No, it's not market manipulation. It's the symptom of people needing money now, right? I need my cash now. I can't invest. I got to make plays. Where's the next play? The next play's there, right? That's where the next play is seemingly going to be. And so you have large amounts of money, large amounts of capital, people that are taking profits on maybe their boxes, maybe their singles in Sword and Shield, and they're saying, all right, got to put this money somewhere. Where can I make the money the fastest? And they are speculating XY is going to be that play. That's all this is. That's all this is. That's how these markets move. There's no surprise here. So we're going to dig into it a little bit. We're going to talk about some of the plays, what you can expect, and where you can still find some value. But first, I got to shout out Arizona TCG. Guys, you know they are your source if you're looking to sell any of your slabs, your PSA, CGC, BGS slabs. They run them all through their 100% feedback, 10,000 sale eBay store. As you can tell, they sell anything. You know, you can see some Lorcana, you can see some Pokemon. It doesn't matter. They sell any slabs that you got, and they get top dollar for them. If you're wondering how much you could get for your slab selling with them, they have this fancy schmancy calculator that actually lets you see. You can estimate what your card's going to sell for, and it tells you exactly what you can expect selling it yourself on eBay or selling with Arizona TCG. A lot of times you're going to come out ahead with them. So make sure to check out Arizona TCG, guys. The link will be in the comment section and the description below. All right. So XY. I'm not sure still if it's going to really encompass all of XY, right? If all the, secret rares, all the full arts, everything's going to start moving. Or if it's going to be really focused on the actual Mega Evolutions. Now, if you guys can't tell, the Mega Evolutions, they have a little M at the start of their name, and they're full art versions. They have non-full art versions, but the full art versions are probably going to be the ones that are chased after. And they have that Japanese writing across them. That's how you know it's a Mega Evolution. The other ones are just going to have just a regular, name. It could still be a full art. It could still be a secret rare, but it doesn't have that M, doesn't have that Japanese writing going across it. It's not a Mega. And so I think a lot of the Mega Evolutions are the ones that might see the biggest bulk of this move because of the speculation on the Megas that might be the top hits, right? The SIRs of this era, or maybe they make a new, Mega SIR, in Scarlet and Violet. No one really knows yet. It's all speculation, but that's how these markets move, is based on speculation, right? It's not always based off having all the information. And once all the information gets here, well, you might be too late, right? And so getting in early is really where you're going to hit the bulk of these moves. It's not that there's not going to be plays in the future, but getting in early is when you make the most plays. The other thing about XY, extremely hard to grade, right? Like some XY cards have less PSA 10s than Gold Stars do, than Crystals do, than Shinings do, than First Edition Base does, right? We're talking like 14, 22 PSA 10 copies in existence on some of those cards. Go look it up. Not lying to you. And so, very hard to grade. Your odds of finding a PSA 10 quality XY raw card in the wild are slim to none. Buying on TCG Player, give me a break. Don't even try it. Buying on eBay, very difficult. The truth is a lot of the XY cards were kind of doomed as they came out of the packs, right? They were already terrible quality. But even the ones that were good quality, by this time they've been circulated so much, if they haven't been put in plastic yet, there's probably a reason. Now, can you find 8s and 9s? Sure. Do 8s and 9s have value? Sure. You can actually, believe it or not, still make money buying a raw near mint copy and putting it in a 9 and sometimes even an 8 slab, which is kind of crazy, right? And the reason for that is when the 10s get so out of reach and so expensive, money does move into 9s like we've talked about before, which will push the 9 price up, and people start to look at it and they say, wow, these boxes are, $500, $1,000. These packs are $20, $30, $40, whatever it is. The odds of pulling these cards out of a pack is low. I'm going to spend X amount of money trying to pull this card, and then when I get it, it's probably only going to be an 8 or 9. I might as well just buy the 8 or 9 if I want it, right? It makes sense. It's hard to get these cards. It's hard to find a mint. It makes sense to buy the 9 and the 8 at those prices. And so if you're looking to make plays, it doesn't have to be a 10 play in XY. I mean, I know a lot of people, when it comes to Sword and Shield, the pop reports are really high. They have to have that 10, whatever it is. When it comes to XY, you don't have to have a 10 to actually do well on this play. If you want to take the near mint route, if you want to take the PSA 9, sometimes even the PSA 8 route on some of these. Like some of these cards have 0 PSA 10s on the market. They have like 1, 2, 3 9s, and that's it. And then you're going down to 8s. And so that's just kind of the way things work, as when collectors go to start collecting, they can't find the 10, they're going to get the 9. They can't find the 9, they're going to get the 8. And they'll just kind of have hopes of, in the future, if they can find a 9 or a 10 at a reasonable price, well, they'll buy up and they'll sell off their 8 then. But in the meantime, it will kind of raise the prices of all those, in my opinion. Now, what are the best ones to pick up? Well, XY base, a lot of the hits there, it's like just regular full arts. Blastoise, Venusaur, they have other ones, but those are the 2 main ones. They're not megas, so nothing really there. Flashfire, there is a Mega Charizard, right? But it's not a full art, right? It's the blue version or the regular version, and they're secret rares, they're megas. They can do well into this, but they're not full arts, so it doesn't, it's still that kind of half art. I'm sure they'll continue to stay relatively valuable as they always have been. I'm just not sure if they're going to see the bulk of this move. They could. And it does have a full art Charizard too. Again, not sure it's going to see the bulk of the move. It's not a mega. Just my opinion. It could. It could just rise all of XY, and I could be wrong on this. I'm just directing my attention at the megas, kind of anticipating that's where the money's going to head. Could be wrong though. Moving into the other sets, Phantom Forces, same thing. It's got the Silver Dialga. I love the Silver Dialga. It's got the Full Art Gengar. I love that card. I think they're both great for the future. They both are not megas though. And so then you go to Furious Fist. It's got Lucario. It's got some other things. Doesn't have the most popular cards in that set. So which pushes you into Ancient Origins. That is where you want to dedicate money. It's got all of the gold versions of the cards you'll see in like Roaring Skies or Primal Clash, right? Like the Rayquaza, the Groudon, the Kyogre, things like that. The real nice fancy gold versions are in the Ancient Origins, right? So that Rayquaza, that Primal Groudon, that Primal Kyogre, those cards are already doing extremely well. I'm sure they're going to do extremely well into this boom as well. But Roaring Skies, Primal Clash, don't sleep on those. They do have great Rayquaza, great Groudon, great Kyogre in those. Those cards are doing well and will continue to do well, I'm sure, too. Obviously, you got your Gyarados, right? Your Mega Gyarados in your Breakpoint. You got your Mega Mewtwo's. There's an X and a Y version in the Breakthrough. That Mega Alakazam full art, great card. People are like one way or the other on that. Some people hate that card, some people love it. I personally love that card. I pulled it myself before. It looks beautiful in person, so I love that Alakazam. Face Collide, Breakthrough, Breakpoint, they also have secret rares, right? So they have those gold secret rares, secret rare Gyarados, secret rare Mewtwo's, secret rare Alakazam, that's the one with the Lugia and the Umbreon in it. All those cards, they could do well too, right? They're the secret rares, they're the gold. They're not megas, but they could see a huge boom too, just because they are the top hits in the set. They are the secret rares, so there could be a play on those. Then you move, to Steam Siege, and you just got the Volcanion. It does have the Gardevoir. The Gardevoir could see a good uptick from this. They have a Mega Steelix in there. So there are some good megas, some decent megas. And then obviously the Volcanion and Gardevoir do have the secret rares. Again, not megas, but could do well. And then evolutions. There is tons of evolutions out there. Sky-high pop reports. It's not like the rest of XY with lower pop reports. Guys, a lot of those pop reports, again, some are under 100, some are like around in the 100, 200, 300 range as 10s, and then even the 9s, there's a lot of them are under a few hundred. So very low pop reports in XY. You get to XY evolutions, it's going to look a lot more like, Sword and Shield pop reports because they printed so dang much of it, but it's moving. And it's got all the popular Pokemon, right? The Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Full Art Megas. That is the first Full Art Mega Charizard. That's the one. It's got the Mewtwo, but Mewtwo's not a Mega. Dragonite Full Art's not a mega. We'll see, Misty Brock, what else? It does have a Mega Pidgeot, then it has a regular Pidgeot. So you got the Mega Pidgeot, you got the 3 starters in Megas. Probably going to be placed, even though there's so many out there. Don't be surprised. You've seen how things run up when things boom. I wouldn't be surprised to see those boom as well. And unless I'm missing some, I think I covered all the specialty sets. Generations doesn't really have any full art megas. It does have some Radiant Collection Gardevoir, I believe, but that's about it. And then you go to like Double Crisis. It's got that awesome Kyogre and Groudon that I love, but those are not megas either. I believe those aren't megas either. So that pretty much covers the entire XY era, if I'm not missing any sets, which I don't believe that I am. So that kind of gives you a good overview of what you're looking for in those sets. I personally am probably going to stay towards the full art megas. If you do want to move into, the secret rares, go for those gold secret rares or some of the other top hits like, that Silver Dialga, like some of those full arts, like the full art Gengar, full art Charizard, Blastoise Venusaur, the full art Lugia, which is the Ancient Origins, and, some of the other just full arts. Those could all be good plays as well. I mean, it could be one of those things where all of XY just sees a boom. And then the sealed product, guys. Let's talk about the sealed product. I think the sealed product could see a boom from this as well. I mean, what's going to happen is more streamers are going to want to open it because more people are going to be, asking for the cards. They're going to be looking for the cards. It's going to be probably on YouTube channels, people talking about it. So more streamers are going to want to get XY boxes to sell the packs, which will reduce more supply, which will cause more demand, which probably will raise the price of the sealed product. So if you've been wanting those XY boxes in your collection, now could be the time because it will help those as well, in my opinion. And so there's a lot of ways to play this. If XY is not your thing, you just don't like the megas, first of all, screw you. Second, I'm just kidding. But if it's not your thing, hey, a lot of other plays out there. Sun and Moon seeing a resurgence in the top tag teams right now. Even some of the waifus are seeing resurgences, so there's plays there. Obviously, Scarlet Violet era is seeing a huge uptick. I couldn't believe it. I saw the Raging Bolt going crazy, so I thought, what the heck? I'll throw mine on the market for $400. Last night, literally got a sale for $399.97 on my PSA 10 Raging Bolt, which blows my mind. Brand new set, brand new card. It's not a first-to-market play anymore. The first-to-market play is gone. It blows my mind you can sell these at $400 of these. So I mean, I wanted to keep it, but at $400, I sold it. So, guys, there's plays literally everywhere. So don't take it as like, you got to put your money in XY or I'm trying to pump XY. I'm just letting you know what's happening. I'm just letting you know what's going on, why it's happening, and so you understand if you do see these spike, this is the reason why. So hope it helps. As always, good luck in the investing journey you're going through, and back here in a new video soon. I'm out.